Welcome back to Football as We See It. This is Floyd of the Seaside, Geordie, and I have with me Jebby, the postman who never fails to deliver. How's it going, Jebby?
Good, Floydie lad. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm just trying to work out getting this all set up now. Like, in the middle of the ocean now, back at work. Night shift, just got up, but yeah. So episode 13, FA Cup week.
I didn't know we did that many.
I know. It goes, doesn't it? It's been flying.
Lucky for some.
I know, definitely not us, because 14 will be coming in about 3 days when the Premier League's played again. Just before we go on to any of the cup games, I just want to bring up quickly, I've just seen on a Sky Sports News that Zubimendi going to Arsenal, not far off complete. Are they mental? They've just had
is it in the summer that though, or is that now?
I don't know what it is, but I don't get it. The one and only striker has just done his ACL and he's out for the season. But we need a striker. We can't score goals. So what do? Go and buy another midfielder, another holding midfielder.
I think it's for the summer. I don't think it's for now. I think it's for the summer.
Yeah, but shouldn't we be spending money to stick with PSR? Shouldn't we be saving now and getting an amazing striker in the summer? Breaking records to bring what's missing? It baffles me.
Of course, yeah. Of course. And obviously, Aston Villa have gone for that. They're very close to signing Borussia Dortmund striker, aren't they? Is it Malin?
Yeah, but I don't get that, though. Why are we signing him?
Well, a bit of competition. He's got to play with him. I watched him in Holland. He's all right.
And I know, but what is his direct position, then? Is he...
Where probably Bailey plays. Where Bailey plays, so it'd be competition for him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, let's move straight on to the FA Cup. There's been some, not many giant killings, just for one at Brentford against the mighty Plymouth Argyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from that, it was just football as normal for most of the clubs, weren't it?
It was, yeah. Just straightforward, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the big guns are out, but
yeah,
to have one of the big guns.
Exactly. That was a game where one of them had to go out anyway, regardless, wasn't it? So it wasn't. It probably was a giant killing nowadays. Man United beating them.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you take of that game? We'll start there straight away. What's your...
I think United did what they had to do first half, just played five at the back, kept themselves in the game. Obviously, Arsenal missed a couple of chances, but obviously they're not playing with any flow anymore, Arsenal, at the moment, are they? You can just tell that. It's too slow and pedestrian. And it was easy for Man United first half. Second half, United... played probably because it was 0-0 at half time. Almiron probably told him just play a little bit more, 5 yards up the pitch, and catch him out on the counter a little bit more. And obviously, beautiful goal, wasn't it, by Bruno Fernandes? Good putback by Garnacho.
Yeah, it was.
And then the game changed with the 10 men. They also obviously got the equaliser straight away, and it was just basically just couldn't score, could they? United had a couple of chances here and there in extra time, and then won on pens.
Good goalkeeper. The goalkeeper played brilliant for Man United.
Yeah, he did. He got man of the match, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he played exceptional and 2 penalty saves.
Top kick.
Yeah, but you don't need to. But then again, do you know what? I'll say straight away to that? Everybody goes, oh, but goalkeepers are to play from out the back now. But now straight away it's he can't kick. But then if he kicked, you'd be go, oh, if we need a keeper, it can play it out from the back. You don't need to be able to kick.
Well, we've got a bit of everything, haven't they, in both keepers, haven't they? Onana's good at distribution, and then the other keeper's very good at saving, isn't he? So
he seems good at set pieces. I think he seemed composed off set pieces. Like, he's a bigger frame, he's a big guy, and I think you need that in a goalkeeper. It goes missing a bit too much nowadays. Like, they're all small. Your Kepas, your Onanas, Raya, they're all small keepers, aren't they? You've not got many like Ramsdale's, Popes, Henderson.
I think Raya made a really good cracking save. I think it was from Xerxes, I think. It was such a good save, right in the corner.
But what was he doing for the penalties? One of them, I've seen a replay. It's like he was trying to dive out of the goals. I think Raya wanted to touch a corner flag.
Shocking. So basically, the penalty shootout, he dives before the penalty taker's even taking it. So the penalty taker knows where he's going. I couldn't believe it. It was on 3 of the penalties there. I couldn't believe what I was watching. He was diving before the penalty taker was taking it. So he made it easy for him.
And
it was weird.
I know. And this is one of the best keepers in the world.
Honestly, it was bizarreness. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It's at least 3 of the penalties. He was diving before they took the penalty. Yeah. So it made it easy for United to score.
So going back earlier on into the game, Havertz should have tied it up. It was a one chance he had. He might have been right on his toes, but he shouldn't have been hitting it over from about 1.5 yards out over the bar, should he? Should have.
No,
that. I mean, fair enough. Things happen. Not everybody has that perfect shot. I mean, Haaland's missed a good few over the last few months, but you know what it really needs? You really need it, and it needed to count. And Havertz could have sorted himself out because he had a stinker last week, didn't he? But
yeah, he's just not prolific. He's a confident striker. When he scores a few, he gets a few. When he doesn't, he just misses too many easy ones. And that's the story of Arsenal, isn't it? Simple as. Yeah, they do rely on set pieces too much, Arsenal.
They need to go back to the bread and butter, what they did so well for the last 2 years.
You're right. They've played some great flowing football. And I know they've got a couple of players missing, but they still should be doing better.
It's not even the players that are missing, it's the players that are coming back. And I reiterate on this one because he didn't have the best game again. Odegaard, who was like the centre of everything. He was like the heartbeat of the team. Mm-hmm. Even with Saka, he was the heartbeat of the team last season. Like, he supplied Saka, he gave the ball so much and the 1-2s for him to come back in, and then he misses the penalty. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he scored the penalty in the penalty shootout, but it just seems like he's still not there. He's still not at his best.
Yeah. I think he struggles when Saka doesn't play, to be fair, because they've got a good understanding with each other.
Yeah,
I know it sounds like just one player, but he has got a good understanding on that side, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But, you know, he does need to do better. He has been injured, so, you know, we'll let him off, and he's a quality player. There's no doubt about it, and he will get his form back again, but he needs to stand firm and play better.
Okay, right, let's go to Man City. That was a thumping for Salford, wasn't it? 8-0.
Yeah, 8-0, eh?
I know. Yeah.
James McAtee hat-trick.
I know. Good player. Will he be another one that breaks away from Man City? Like, you know, like so many have done, like your Palmers, like your Rodgers, like, you know, people that are just making it out of there that don't really get that chance. Not many people have really broke through apart from Foden, have they? Even though there's so much quality in the Premier League from Man City.
Yeah, Rico Lewis has broke through a little bit, hasn't he?
But is he that good? He's breaking free, but he doesn't. I think he's only there because of injuries. I don't think he's really setting the world alight.
Playing a couple of positions, can play in a few positions.
It's just,
I don't mind him.
To me, he's a bit like a Zinchenko. And I don't mean that he's similar player. I just mean he can play multiple positions. He's a more of a utility player than the first team. We count on him. He's going to make a big difference to the team. That's what I'm trying to say. Where do you think McAtee will end up? Is he going to go out on loan? Do you think he'll start now kind of pushing?
Yeah, I think he'll push for first team football. You know, because Bernardo Silva, he didn't play, did he? Obviously, they've got a couple of injuries, haven't they? So he can fill in, can't he? Yeah. Pingo played well. Doku, he's obviously got the starting place instead of Grealish at the moment, hasn't he? So Salvini on the other side. So there's competition, isn't there?
I feel sorry for Jack Grealish. I want to, as a Newcastle fan, a lot of people had a bad feeling towards Grealish when he gave Almiron a bit of a slag in a couple of years back. But you know what? I like Jack Grealish. I like him as a player. Him as a player.
Yeah, I like him.
And I'd like to see him like flourish again and do well. And I wouldn't mind seeing him up towards Newcastle if it'd go up that way. If the deal could be brokered or something, but certain positions are missing.
Yeah,
and it's all right.
They'll have been there 3 years, won't they, in the summer? So, you know, maybe he might be pushing for a move in the summer. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what City with all these charges and stuff, won't we? So
maybe, yeah.
We'll be playing Championship football next season, so we don't know, do we? So it's all in the future with Man City at the moment.
Yeah, definitely is. So what about the games coming this week then?
Starting tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've big game at City Ground, isn't it?
I know, what do you think?
Massive game. There? I've got a sneaky feeling Nottingham Forest are going to win.
Do you actually? Yeah?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think they're going to get the job done.
Wow.
I think they're going to frustrate Liverpool.
to the point of finishing them off.
I just see the game right now. I think Liverpool dominate possession. They're gonna, I don't know, they're just gonna find it hard to break that back four down and the goalkeeper. And I think Forest will catch them on the counter attack in a few situations, and I think they'll score.
Right. So
I think it'll end up 1-0 for Nottingham Forest.
Do you actually think that?
But yeah, I do actually think it will happen. Yeah, but we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my prediction for tonight.
I'm saying 2-1 Liverpool.
Let's hope it will be, but time will tell, won't it?
Yeah, Chelsea-Bournemouth. What do you think to this one?
I think it could be a draw, score draw, that one.
We need to get ourselves back on track, though, don't we, to be fair?
Yeah, Chelsea, they've not won in 5-6 games, have they, in the league?
It's a good fear now. Yeah, we drew a few and lost a few. But yeah, we need to get right back into it, don't we? That's a definite. If we want to compete and push on for this top four.
I think it'll work out for Bournemouth this game, though. Because the way they win that ball back high up, I think it could cause Chelsea a lot of problems.
Yeah, at the back.
I think they might sneak a draw tonight. 2-2.
I heard that Gay is close to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Is that actual? Is that real life going on, or just things? You see that many things on the social medias and that now.
I think it'd be good for Chelsea. That I think he's a top player, top centre half guy. Yeah, I think it would make Chelsea a lot better for next season.
I suppose it's a solid player, isn't it? That we do need to get into defensive areas, don't we?
He don't get many injuries either, does he? So he'll marshal that back four. I think he's a good player. Yeah, they're not scared of spending money at Chelsea. So,
what else are the games coming up this weekend? Today, then I know obviously the North London derby is tomorrow, which is Arsenal Tottenham. Newcastle Wolves is tomorrow.
Yeah. Brentford against City tonight, innit? At Brentford.
Where do you see that one going?
I fancy that as a draw. To be fair, I just think Brentford find it. They play City. I don't know. I think City always struggled against Brentford.
Yeah.
And I think Brentford have been not too great of late, have they? But they've got a really good home record, haven't they?
We had. I think Plymouth beat him.
Yeah, Plymouth beat him. Forest have beat him, haven't they?
Yeah,
I think even
now. They had a great record, but they've lost a couple now recently. Yeah, but Thomas Frank knows well how to set his team up, don't they?
Yeah, I think they might have enough to get a draw there tonight. I think it might be a draw. 1-1 maybe.
Well, let's talk about Newcastle. So Newcastle in the FA Cup, 3-1 against Bromley. Went 1-0 down, which was a good strike from where it was. Caught the Graf guard. Gordon with his penalty. Well taken penalty. Lewis Miley with a great strike from outside the area.
Yeah, it was.
And Asulu, I really liked that goal. People that are already going, but it was only against Bromley. But the composure he had and what he did with the ball on the finish, it was a great strike. And it a good bit of confidence for him, I'd say.
Yeah, because you don't get much action, does he? With obviously Isaac, does he?
No.
Even I don't even think he comes on, does he? That often in the league?
No. Sometimes in the league, we prefer to drop Gordon through the middle and make an alternate wide substitution rather than put him on. But again, he's young. He's learning. He's learning the trade. He's learning with the players. He's training with them, and he's getting minutes in when he needs at the minute. And obviously, Newcastle, like a lot of teams, you need to win these games, don't you? And it's all about having your best.
Well, you might get more minutes now with Harvey Barnes out for a month, so he might be on the bench more now and come on more because Harvey Barnes is out for a month, isn't he?
Yeah, but then it just depends. If Isak, he had a tweak in his hamstring, didn't he? I hope he's all right with that.
Yeah, a bit of a tweak, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he said. I think as Eddie said, he felt something, but he's had a bit of rest, so it might have just been precautionary.
Yeah.
Hope it was. And Wolves at home. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah. I fancy Newcastle to win. I fancied it. I think it'll be closer than what people make out. I think it might be 2-1 to Newcastle. Yeah.
Cunha's back.
Yeah. Wolves have always got a goal in them, haven't they?
Yeah, and we've not been conceding as many recently, have we? We've been pretty solid defensive-wise.
Yeah.
So hopefully
it's always a draw, though, isn't it, at St James's Park between Newcastle and Wolves, though, isn't it? But I fancy Newcastle to win.
Has been for a few years, yeah. where do you think we are then now, right, with the top four? If
Newcastle?
Right? No, just in general, the top four. So take away the top one, because I don't even put Liverpool in this equation of top four now. I think it's theirs. Unless a few results go drastically wrong, I'd say Liverpool, they're comfortably in front. Second, third, and fourth, 100% think it's anybody's. Where do you think it leaves Arsenal if they fail to beat Tottenham tomorrow night?
I don't know. Just get back on the horse and go to the next game. Whoever they got at the weekend, it's
Aston Villa.
They take one game at a time, innit? It's that's all you can do at the moment.
So the next games is Tottenham, Aston Villa, and Manchester City.
Is that who they've got?
Yeah.
You're looking at least 6 points out of 9, aren't you?
We have to have that, don't we? But off the back of 2 losses, and you can save the cup games, but I mean, how much more are you giving Arteta? I mean, if he's out of both cups, he's not out of both cups. Touch wood, Newcastle do make it through, but he's on the verge of going out of one cup. He's just been knocked out of another cup. He's dropping points in the Premier League. Where does it leave him? How much time does he have? You know, we always used to say, Jurgen Klopp, he's got credit in the bank, we used to say, because he'd won stuff and he'd done stuff good. Where does this actually leave Arteta when he's spending and spending and spending and getting nothing?
Nothing spent a lot of money.
Millions?
A lot of money.
Hundreds of millions.
I think with Arsenal, they're not a million miles away. I think there's a couple of tweaks here and there and a couple of players here and there.
But so it's a lot of other teams like that, isn't there now? There's a lot of other teams that are only a few tweaks away.
Yeah, I just thought they'd kick on from last season, Arsenal. They, finished second 2 years on the run. I thought they'd go on and really stamp their authority this season. And I know they've had a few more injuries than last season. Last season, they had a really settled 11, didn't they?
Yeah.
Pretty much every game. But that's where the squad comes into it, innit? Some of the buying hasn't been good enough. Yes, it's been good enough in defensive areas and defensive midfield areas, but at the end of the day, you need to score goals, don't you, to win football matches. So that's where they're struggling. They brought Trossard in. Yeah. He did all right when he came in. He's been on off now. Martinelli's not been consistent. Obviously, Saka's their best player who's injured. Havertz is just not good enough. Jesus is now out for the season, so that's a massive loss.
Do you think he?
And then there's another.
Do you think he thought last season because we'd scored so many goals that we didn't need to bolster the attack?
No, I don't think so. No, I think he's a smart man, isn't he? I just think I don't know who they were absolutely after though. They're dying out for number 9. I don't know who.
We never looked for one, did we? But we didn't seem like they were actually openly looking for one.
Because there were a couple of players available, like even Tony, but obviously didn't fancy him. Was Isaac available in the summer? I don't know.
No,
if you're paying over 100 million, 120 million, Newcastle have to listen, don't they?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't think they would have. But no, as a club, when you don't need the money, it's different, isn't it? Then it just goes down on the player. If the player's settled and said, "No, I'm not bothered," then it's fair enough, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Newcastle won't be dying to sell.
Stubborn in his ways, though, isn't he? I think he thinks he can win the league being Mourinho ultra defensive and win games 1-0. That's what I think he thinks because he ain't got the firepower of Liverpool or City. He knows that.
But they did it last year, though. Didn't play anything like it last year, though.
Yeah, they were more. They were better on the eye, weren't they, last year? And they were unlucky, to be fair, weren't it? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky one with Arsenal. I think Arsenal, a few fans are getting a bit pissed off with him.
I know. So say if you get knocked out in the quarterfinals and finish third, what do you think happens in the summer? Back him again to reload and spend more.
I think so, yeah, because he's. I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? Who else do you get in there? He has done a very good job, hasn't he? And I know there's no silverware to show for it at the moment. We're only saying that, aren't we? They still might go on and win the league yet, and the Champions League. You don't know.
Yeah, we could, but at this minute, it's if you go to a bookie, if you ask anybody, it isn't likely. Yeah. That's not the. It isn't what we're.
Well, if I'm predicting Forest will beat Liverpool tonight and Arsenal beat Tottenham, that's only 3-point gap. So then they're right back in it, aren't they? So that could happen.
Or what if Liverpool win and then Tottenham win? I just don't think,
well, then even if they do, over,
do you know what? Even if that happened, they beat Tottenham and and Forest to win. I just still don't think they've got enough in them over the next 18 games to like win it. I feel like they could drop points. Yeah, I still feel like Arsenal would drop more points than Liverpool wouldn't. I just honestly feel like Liverpool are absolutely flying.
Yeah, I think they still win it, Liverpool, if they got beat tonight. I still think they'll go on and win it.
Yeah, I do. I don't think there's much stopping them, to be honest, now. The only thing I think could stop them is injuries.
Yeah, but they're doing all right for injuries, aren't they, really?
I think they'll sign
Gomez is a big loss for me because I think he can play at left back. I think Slot trusts him at left back.
Yeah.
I think he'll play Robertson tonight and Trent, but I'll play Bradley tonight. But I'm not the manager, am I? So.
Do you think they'll sign anyone in this transfer window?
No, I don't think they will.
No, don't think nothing odd. Think anyone will go out the door?
No. Maybe it's an academy player or someone like that, or someone who's on loan. But no, I don't think any big profile player will be going out somewhere.
If anyone came in for Jota or anything like that, or was there nothing that priced them away? Troy, Diaz, Nunes.
No.
More end of the season. Do you think he's just going to stick how it is until the end?
Yeah, because they're flying, aren't they, in all competitions? I don't think they'll want to sell. So wait till the summer and then evaluate there.
Right, okay. Do you see Real Madrid the other night? Barcelona 5-2.
I know.
Again.
I know. I watched some of the goals. Bloody hell, they were wide open,
one up as well. But Trent can't wait to get there.
Well, they're all over the place defensively. If Trent goes there as well, bloody hell, be even more exposed at the back, won't they?
I know. It's like playing one goalkeeper and like 8 midfielders and 2 front.
Crazy, isn't it? Atletico Madrid are now top of the league.
Atletico Madrid is solid. Now, I think, when you're talking about a manager like could replace Arteta, but it's got that experience, I think he's there, Diego Simeone.
Yeah.
If he ever...
Yeah, he's a good manager.
If he went to Arsenal, I think... I don't know. You all think in hindsight, don't you? But he's a very, very, very good manager who's done it all as well.
He is. But the style, do the Arsenal fans want to see that style?
No, well, playing it at the minute defensively.
Yeah, true. Yeah, a little bit
not
more
far. It's not exactly the same, but just more defensive and counter-attacking, isn't it? That style. I like him. I like how he plays. So
he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
So I'm going to ask you this question: which is the hardest to finish out of 147, a 9-darter, the ultimate hat trick, right foot, left foot header, or a hole in one?
Probably a hole in one.
A hole in one, and yeah,
a hole in one is the hardest, I think.
For a professional, yeah, it's got to be for the professional, isn't it? Can't put an argument in for someone that's not, because if it wasn't, I'd say 147.
Yeah, 147 is very hard as well, isn't it?
Just because of the amount of balls, the amount of shots you've got to play to do it, isn't it? One out of place, and you can mess it up.
Yeah, I think the 9-darter is the easiest out of the lot.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because they're that good, aren't they?
Yeah,
they hit it so many times in practice as well. It's not like they hit it so many times in practice. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that. So say you're putting it in an order then. Where would you go with that one? It's the hardest. Hole in one.
Hole in one. 140. The hat trick, and then probably the dart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I was just listening to before. I've been listening to the audio book on Jamie Vardy. It's a really good listen, that.
Yeah, he's good in here, like Vardy.
Oh, just saying how he got released from Sheffield Wednesday when he was 16 and what he did, where he went to and moved from his local team to Halifax. Then from Halifax onwards, went it to Fleetwood Town. And then Fleetwood Town, it was an offer in January for him, and Pilly wouldn't let him go. And then he's
gone up the league, hasn't he? He's
dug his head down and won the league with them. I think he scored 31 in 36 games, something like that, for Fleetwood.
Yeah.
And then to have He's won a Premier League. He's won an FA Cup. He got into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Won a Charity Shield. Have they won a Charity Shield? We did,
yeah.
Did they beat Man City?
Yeah, I think they have won a Charity. I think it was under Brendan Rodgers, didn't they?
Yeah, he's played in the World Cup. Well, he went to the squad, didn't he?
Yeah. He's had a good career, hasn't he?
He's scored over 100 Premier League goals. He's got the Golden Boot. I think he's saying he's the oldest. I think he's the oldest player to win a Golden Boot.
Yeah.
2019, 2020. Some guy, and he's outrageous. Like, and some of his finishes, and he still does it now. And he's pure pace.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't look like he's lost a yard, does he?
At 38 years old, he is now. It's mental, isn't it?
Is that what he is?
Yeah. I think he'd still do a job at Arsenal now. He'd be a number 9 option.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, never buy him, would they, at that age? But, he sticks the balls in the back of the net, doesn't he? So
imagine taking Jamie Vardy and Chris Wood to the Emirates.
Well, yeah, like a Chris Wood's over 30, and he won't get him, would they? But he's just... Arsenal's trying out for that.
You say they won't get him. Certain people make these, like... Do you remember Alex Ferguson used to make these little quirky transfers? Remember when he bought Henrik Larsson? He didn't do loads, and he wasn't there to do loads, was he? I think he was there for experience.
Ibrahimovic?
Yeah, Ibrahimovic. Mourinho.
Yeah.
That's really for what he did as well.
Yeah. Ferguson got out at the right time, though, then. He knew that they were declining, weren't they, that squad?
Well, they'd declined many times, and he'd always turned them around, hadn't he? He'd rebuilt like 4 times. Pardon?
It's not turned around now, but I think he knew that.
I think if he stayed, he would have turned it again, just because of the manager he is.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I think he got out at the right time. I think he knew that change of the ownership as well. Obviously, he knew. He's just a genius, Fergie. He knew
he had a lot to do with it as well. I think he was an old man as well, weren't he? He was going on. How long,
he was late 60s, early 70s, wasn't he?
How much longer would he have carried on, would you have expected?
You are?
How much longer would he have carried on if he was going to manage,
I don't know. That's what I mean. Not many more people, I mean.
I think he knew he didn't have time to do a rebuild, and we knew he needed one, and he'd done many of them. Yeah. I just don't think thought he had enough time to do it, so he left it.
Even the season they won it. Incredible, wasn't it? The last season in charge.
That just shows incredible is how good he was as a manager. And I think that this one thing will be really what turns whether Guardiola is the best manager in the world, if he can set this rebuild right and transform City into what they're going to be for the next few years. Because he's had a...
Yeah, like I said, it's difficult because you don't know what's going to go on with City, do you? You don't know if they're going to go in the Championship or he's going to be signed 1-year deal, hasn't he? I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Guardiola will never, ever be in Sir Alex Ferguson's era, in my opinion. I don't think he'll ever. Sir Alex Ferguson's the greatest for me.
Yeah, we were different just because of what he did with different players as well. Like, to be fair, I know what Guardiola's done and his style of play, but he's always had the best of the best. Now,
of course he has. He's for ready-made players, and but his style is unbelievable, and everyone wants to play his style, right? Even to this day, don't they? So what he's brought in is unbelievable, and the trophies you can't argue.
No,
but yeah, I think Fergie's the greatest.
So there's been a few different managerial changes as well, hasn't there? Like just off now, like we've got David Moyes back. I know we were talking about it the other day about Dyche.
I think both really good managers. I think Moyes is brilliant. I think
he's good, solid Premier League managers, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Potter's it'll be a good job for him. That I think he'll do all right there.
Where do you think we're getting? Where do you think? Well, when you look at the Premier League now, where are the expectations for a West Ham? What are they when you see how everyone's like it's not even a top 4 or top 6 anymore? It's near enough a top 8 when you've got Newcastle, Villa, Tottenham. Where are West Ham getting involved in there?
That just shows how good Moyes was. With his style of play as well, he was quite defensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's an attack when we need to. We played brilliantly.
He won a trophy, so you can't, he can't grumble at what he does. I don't know with the expectations with West Ham. Just get through this season, just hopefully finish around mid-table. and then go again next season, but buy your own players in. He knows what he's doing, Potter. I think he's been on a good journey, hasn't he?
Where do you think? I know keep slipping between them, but where do you think Moyes will push Everton? That I know obviously it's all about the stadium, but
looking at 14th, 13th, just stay up, and then you're in with a new stadium next season. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah,
that's all he needs to do. Just finish above Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester, and then you're all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, we're going to leave it at that for this episode. I need you to choose your best ever Premier League season. So, who
Premier League season?
Your best Premier League season, and then we're going to do an episode on it. So I'm going to leave you with it, and we'll catch up over the next day or so.
Okay.
All right, Jebila. Cheers for that, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao for now.
All right. See you in a bit.